Bride of Chucky. A police officer is seen who arrives secretly at the location. He steals a bag and leaves. He wanted to sell that bag after stealing. He was going to get a heavy amount of this bag. Sitting in a car, he sensed the presence of someone at his back. Someone instantly Someone is instantly cuts his throat, placing his hand on it. It was no one else but Tiffany. She was the boy of that person who sold Chucky doll possessed. There were the dismembered parts of Chucky in the bag, so she kills the police officer. Tiffany was sure that the Chucky doll still possesses the soul of her friend. She wanted to return it because of her love. Coming back to the house, she begins to set each part together. She makes it a complete doll while stitching its other parts. But Chucky was looking very fitful here. Tiffany was excited that she had stitched Chucky rightly. Laying down it, she begins to recite some ritualistic to recite some ritualistic notes on it, thinking his soul may return to him and it may come alive, but it remains motionless. After a time, Tiffany's one more friend is there. Turning back, she finds that Chucky is not at their place. She had known that Chucky has come back into life. Here she binds her to another friend so he may not take any action. Then Chucky comes on the scene. It chokes Tiffany's friend, placing a pillow on his face, who is dead at the exact time. Now Tiffany feels pleasure seeing Chucky because Chucky possessed the soul of that friend whom Tiffany was going to marry. Then she begins to converse with Chucky. She asks it, showing a marriage ring. Can you recall it? I got it near your dead body. She found that marriage ring where her friend was dead. Hearing it, the Chucky doll started laughing loudly, which possessed Tiffany's friend's soul. It said, I was not going to marry you at any cost. Knowing it, Tiffany is disheartened. She is infuriated and she does not understand what she should do right now. She looks it into a pineapple to cool her down. On the opposite side, a boy is shown who had come to pick up a girl named Jade for a party. Jade was also with them, but Jade had strong feelings for Jade, not for that boy. Jade's uncle stops them on the way as they are driving away getting together. He says to Jade, I had forbidden you to have his company. Saying it, he brings back Jade to the house. Contractly, Jade is much worried. His friend suggested to him, you both may perform a court marriage because both of you have a liking for each other. There is nothing wrong with it. Here it is also revealed that Jade was the neighbor of Tiffany. It means he used to live in an adjoining house of her. Then it is shown that Tiffany brings a bride doll for Chucky. Realizing its loneliness in the playpen, she puts it into its playpen. Then she leaves to take solar and starts watching TV along with it. Then Chucky appears, who unlocks the playpen, taking the ring from the neck of the bride doll. It comes outside. He was in a fit of rage because Tiffany had locked it. He moves to Tiffany's laboratory to take revenge for it. It observes that Tiffany is in the bathtub. Getting chance, it throws TV into the bathtub, picking it. Tiffany is electrocuted with great pain. Chucky didn't feel guilty and it had brought with it the bride doll. It possessed no soul, but it wanted to transport the soul of Tiffany into the bride doll. It transports Tiffany's soul into a bride doll while performing a ritual on Tiffany's dead body. Tiffany loses her temper after realizing that her soul has been shifted into a bride doll. If you want to download the PDF, go to digistore45.stores.instamojo.com. My Gmail ID is mythought84@gmail.com. She is bewildered. She is bewildered. Chucky said to her, "She should have listened to me. Remain with me now. What I do? If you want that our souls may transport into a human being, you will have to carry out what I suggest. For this, they will have to bring back the locket of that dead person whose soul was now in Chucky. He was Tiffany's friend, but his dead body was buried at a great distance. Being little, they think that they cannot drive the car, so they need someone who could drive to the sake of them. Dropping there, now they hit upon a plan and Tiffany calls Jesse. She tells him $2 are needed to drop at the location, and he will be paid $1,000 by her, who dislikes the ready money. So Jesse agrees. Jesse moves there in the evening time. Place those $2 in the vehicle of Tiffany. He was taking them the inanimate dolls. He drives away from there. Then he goes to meet Jade on the way. He says to her, "I want to marry you, but your family does not consent. Why should we not pay?" Jade also agrees with his insistence. Now Jade moves inside her house for luggage packing. Jade's uncle was noticing everything and was not willing that he may take his niece with him. Then he covertly put a bag of drugs in Jesse's vehicle, so police may arrest him on the way. But he was unaware that Chucky and Tiffany were also there, and they could bear witness. Driving away, there is a police officer according to Jed's uncle's plan. So he may source out the drug, screening their vehicle, searching their vehicle, and he searches his hidden drug bag. He arrested them while alleging. Now Chucky and Tiffany infuriated as why are they disturbing our journey again and again? Then they think he will also have to end. Now Jess and Jade escape from there, and that police officer is also trying to contact Jade's uncle. Meanwhile, Chucky sets fire in his car secretly. He is dead with the expose of his car. Then Jason and Jade live in that vehicle. They were thinking it is a monstrous journey. Both we are unable to understand the happening with them, but we are condemning each other, saying, "You are responsible for it." Then it is shown that they get loaded by going into a church. Now Chucky and Tiffany were also listening to the songs in the vehicle, and Tiffany also remembers how was the wanted to marry him. Now Jade and Jess stay in a hotel. A couple steals the payment of Jess's coming into their room. Tiffany had witnessed it. When they move to their room, Tiffany breaks up the ceiling glass of their room going there. The part of that glass caused their sudden death, falling upon them. There was also Chucky. It is inspired to seeing Tuffin's way of killing. Here it thinks it should be its wife. Taking out the marriage ring, he puts that ring on her, and Tiffany starts to shed tears of joy. They were also on a stay in a hotel with Jade and Jesse. On the opposite side, it is shown that Jade and Jess were also kind of puzzled because they were blaming themselves for all happenings. They asked their friend while calling, "What is the matter?" He tells that police officers are pursuing both of you. In the morning, the hotel keeper finds the dead body of that couple. All are afraid, and Jed and Jess also leave that place. Their friend and also approached there. He says to them, "You both are right. You have a misunderstanding issue. As being husband and wife, trust each other." Opening the trunk of the vehicle, their friend finds the dead body of Jade's uncle there. Taking his gun out, he points a gun on both of them in suspension. He says, "Get off the vehicle." He was thinking that all murders have been committed by both of them together. Here Chucky and Tiffany being to move, then open their reality. Seeing them, their friend fell from there, and the truck crashed him accidentally. He lost his life. Now Chucky says in fury, "Driver the vehicle immediately." Now Chucky says in fury, "Drive the vehicle immediately." Here Chucky and Tiffany reveal the whole story. Garbing reactionary Garbin Garbin vehicle Garbin reactional vehicles, they start their journey in it. There was also a kitchen in his vehicle, and Tiffany was cooking a meal for Chucky. There is a minute issue is created between them, as who will wash the pots of the meal. They begin argumentation, getting a chance. Tiffany locks Tiffany into the Uber, coming there, and Jess throws Chucky out the window. Chucky fires its gun on Jess again. The vehicle's accident is accrued due to its firing, but it remains safe. Now burnt, Tiffany also attacked Jed, who had come from the oven, but deceiving it out instantly from there, and the vehicle is exposed. Now Chucky brings them into a cemetery. He needed a locket which was buried in a grave with that dead body. On the other side, Jess also reaches there, picking up Tiffany. He hands over Tiffany to Chucky, but Chucky says, "I don't need it at all now." It attacks Jade with a knife, but Jesse is hurt because of it. Then it frustrated both of them. Here Chucky had got that locket. He starts to perform the ritual to transfer his soul into it, but Tiffany's heart is melted when she witnessed a love bond between Jess and Jad. Now she didn't want to separate or kill them. Moving towards Chucky, she stabs a knife on Chucky's back. It says to Chucky, what is the use of our survival? We have no right to live." There is a great fight between them. Chucky stabs a knife at Tiffany, and poor Tiffany is dead. At the same time, Jess pushes Chucky into the same grave. A police officer also arrives there, and they all branch continually, then all banks continues firing on Chucky. Chucky says before dying, "I will surely return." The police officer says to Jess and Jed, "You may go now to your house, because you are not guilty." Afterward, he goes to Tiffany and sees that there is its laying baby near it. That baby was horrific and attacks that police officer, and the movie also completes with it. Thanks for watching.